What is something that you thought would get easier as an adult, but it actually got harder? Welcome back, everybody, to the Detour Podcast. I hope you're all having a wonderful week so far on this fine Monday morning. I know I am. I've had a really good week. I don't feel like anything's gone too wrong. I think this weekly recap will probably be a little bit quicker than normal. I saw the Backrooms movie. Pretty good, I'd say. I feel like if they didn't necessarily, there's some things that they wouldn't do. Disclaimer, if you haven't seen it, I don't think this will ruin the movie too much, but it'll give some stuff away. So disclaimer, skip ahead. But they showed the main entity that was coming after them. I feel like if they didn't show that and left it more elusive, I think it would have been 10 times scarier continuing in. But dude, I was jumping, screaming. I was the little Chicken Little during that entire thing. So I'd say it was a pretty good movie. Other than that, I bought a bookshelf, and on the bottom you could put doors. So I have all my board games, books, and everything put up. So the apartment has less boxes. I have been living here for 2 months, and I'm just getting that taken care of. I think the last thing I'd need is a rug for the living room, maybe a rug for the front door. But other than that, I'd say it's starting to feel more and more like home. But I think that is about all I got for this weekly recap. So I kind of want to jump right into it. What is something you thought was easier as an adult but got harder? Making friends, deciding what to eat, going to bed at a reasonable time, getting into shape. We all thought that, once I have money, I'll have a bit more time and I can afford to do certain things, or blah, 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 that it'll be so much easier. But it's not. I'll tell you, as an adult, as someone who doesn't feel like an adult, but according to my age, I am one. I'd say making friends is hard. I'm hardly in social situations. I hang out at the apartment. I play some games with some of my old friends, but I don't really go out, and I'm not really part of the bar and club scene. And I feel like that's kind of the only way to meet people. So I don't know. Making friends is kind of hard. Deciding what to eat is always the hardest thing because everything sounds good and not at the exact same time. So that's always rough. Going to bed at a reasonable time, in my mind, okay? I think this is the thing I struggle with the most is I'm okay, I'm going to get prepared. I'm going to get ready. 9:30, I'm going to be in bed. Not even close. I'm in bed by 11. And that ruins everything because I think, okay, if I go to bed and I'm in bed and ready to go to bed by 9:30, then I'll wake up and I'll get 8 hours of sleep and I'll be so productive. Then I get to bed by 11, get 6 hours of sleep, wake up, hate my life, and I'm not productive every single night. There's not a night where I get the right amount of sleep. And even on the weekend when I can sleep in, my body just wakes up early and it's atrocious. So I say that's pretty hard. Staying in shape is also kind of hard. Golly. Sorry, the smell of paper or I don't know, that smell kind of makes it so I can't breathe through my nose, so I'm choked up. So, cringe. Just kidding. Staying in shape. Yeah. I got money for food, for the gym. And I had the motivation a couple years ago. But it's hard, man. Things are really hard. So, kind of wanted to get into that. Some things we kind of struggle with all the time, from simple things to more complex things that we thought was going to be easier as we got older, like the freedom of having money when you're a kid. You thought, I can't wait to have a job, to have money, to have a car. Well, then once you have money, you have to pay for bills. Once you have a car, you have to pay for bills. And then you don't have as much money. And then you also don't have as much freedom because you have to work a job. So it's sometimes I'm just take me back, make me a kid again. I can't do this. So we're going to go through these one by one and debate kind of which is the most ridiculous picking something to watch. You spend you somehow spend 45 minutes and you still can't decide what you want to watch. It happens to me all the time. Like, I know I want to watch something, but nothing sounds good. And there's like, hi buddy, there's like 500 streaming services now. You want to say something? Huh? Say hi. No? Come here, lay down. There's like 500 streaming services nowadays with every movie and show and thing you can think of. And somehow that makes it worse, knowing you have all the options. Just make it that much harder. And honestly, you sometimes restart a show or movie that you've seen like 500 times because you can't find anything new to watch. Golly, I'm struggling to breathe. Ugh. I don't know what it is. I'm broken. I thought it was allergies, but I was just outside all day and nothing happened. So I'd say that's pretty bad. Deciding what to eat. What do you want? I don't care. Well, you want tacos? No, I don't want tacos. Oh, you want chicken? I'm not really feeling chicken. Pasta? No pasta. Then what do you want to eat? I don't know. I'm fine with anything. But you're not, though. Happens to all the time. Sometimes the trick is, okay, guess if you're with somebody, guess where I'm going to take us to eat. They say the first thing that comes to their mind. You say yes, boom, you go there. Because that's clearly what they want. But it sucks when you're with somebody else. Like Liz and I are the worst people to make decisions with because we'll both be like, yeah, I'm hungry and I'm fine eating anything, but I don't know where I'd want to eat and I don't know what I want to eat. And then when things are listed off, you're like, okay, maybe I'm not feeling tacos, or maybe I'm not feeling pizza, maybe I'm not feeling, a burrito bowl. But then at the same time, you don't know what other things you'd want to eat. So, yeah, that's rough. I think that is kind of tied with the movies because you're indecisive. You don't know. And no matter how many options are given, you're just kind of like, I don't know. All right. Leaving the house, just in general. Okay, well, I got to get my wallet. I got to get my keys. Do I even want to go out? Yes, I kind of do, but I don't. But if I don't get up now, then I don't really want to go later. Okay, I'm going to get up. Oh, now I'm distracted. I should get my shoes on. I should go. Leaving the house is just so hard because I just like to, I know let's go to the store. Oh, let me go to the gym. Let's go on a run. Oh, but this couch is so comfortable. Oh, Arlo's lonely and he needs me. Oh, I don't really want to move. That's rough. But I don't think it's necessarily like the other two in terms of everyday struggles. I feel like that's just laziness. Texting. Personally, for me, I'm a caller. So, if you want to talk, give me a call because I hate texting. I think it's the most not lazy, because it takes a lot of effort. Maybe I'm just lazy, but I just hate sitting there. Hey, puts my phone away. What are you doing? Okay. Now it's like a 2-hour long conversation that you could have in 10 minutes on the phone. But I'd say probably, what do I struggle with the most? Food first, followed close second of things to watch. That's just so hard to make the decision. So, if you feel differently, that sucks, but that's what I feel. What about some things that nobody warns us about, right? Taxes. I have had a hand in doing my taxes every year since I got a job, and I still have no idea what any of it means. I don't know why we're doing this and filling all this crap out. If they already, if the W-2's already there, can't the government just get a copy and can't blah, 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 blah. But then also, if I'm paying taxes already, why would I need to pay more? Am I not paying enough taxes? If I'm not, then why didn't you just automatically take out the recommended amount of taxes every single time instead of making me pay? Luckily, I'm young enough where I get tax returns, but for the people who have to pay, why? Why am I paying extra on top of the taxes I'm already paying for this stupid crap, dude? So let's say taxes is a joke. Insurance is a joke as well. I don't know what I'd need from the insurance. Like, what specific things would I need? What would I not need? What's a waste of time? Like, once you get a job that has insurance, you got to look into these things. Do I need, like, life insurance, health insurance? What kind of policies do I want on these things? Dental. Do I need vision? Do I need this and that and this and that and that and then this and this? And you're like, ugh, dude, having a job just sucks. And we pretend to understand these things because nobody gives us really guidance. Like, our parents didn't know what any of this was. Their parents didn't know what any of this was when they were growing up. So it's kind of like a hard thing of, like, unless you're trained to know certain things, you're an insurance agent, or, you know, you're really good, you do taxes and stuff like that, and that's what you're trained to do. I feel like you don't really know, like, that in-depthly about it, and you're always paying somebody or having somebody do it for you because there's a lot you got to do, especially as you get older. So I think that's all a joke. So I don't know why we pretend. Just make it simpler for us, please. And for these certain things that are just like, you're throwing this at us when there's not an opportunity for us to even learn about it, right? Joke ting. Next thing. Why weren't we told that you should never go into the grocery store, first of all, hungry, and second of all, without a list? Because if you go in and be like, okay, I need milk, I need bread, I need eggs, I need cereal. Okay, well, now I just got sushi, a protein shake, an energy drink, bag of chips, and now it's like 3 times as much as I was going to spend because everything looks good. Like, nobody tells you that all of a sudden you have money and you're like, oh, maybe, you know, 10, 15 extra dollars isn't going to hurt. And then before you know it, it's like 40 extra bucks and you're snacking and you're like, okay, well, let me make this last all week. It doesn't last all week. It lasts 2 days. At least in my case, it lasts 2 days because I'm a fat bitch. But that is what it is. So, like, how do we even get to the thing of, like, oh, let me pick this up when you're just going to pick up 2 things? That's always the worst. Okay, and this one I think is the worst out of all the other 2. Out of all 3 options, this has got to be the worst. Scheduling anything. It's so hard. Are you free Friday? No. Saturday? No. Next week? Yeah, maybe I'm free next week. I'll have to see what day. Next month? Potentially. Like, it's just so hard to get things done because, well, I'm working, and then when I come home, obviously, it's like, if you're fit, I want to go to the gym, and then I want to make food. You have a pet, like my buddy, you got to make sure you take care of them and all this and that, and then all of a sudden, before you know it, like, your whole day's done, and if you hang out with somebody, it throws your schedule off. Okay, then maybe the weekend, but then the weekend comes, and, well, now they cancel on you, or other things come up, and you're just like, ever since I became an adult and I moved out, I've been such a homebody. I don't like going out as much as I used to love it. I feel like maybe because I'm not hanging out with friends as much or doing as much, I'm more at home. I hate going out. I don't like going to the clubs. I don't like, doing much. Like, I really rather just like, hey, you want to hang out? Come over. Let's hang out. Let's do something. Or, hey, let's hang out, let's play video games or something like that together. I just would prefer not to go out. And one thing that I have noticed myself doing, which is crazy, but when I'm out and I see teenagers, I'm like, oh, these stupid kids. I'm 24, almost 25. Why am I saying these stupid kids like I'm an 80-year-old grandpa being like, these young whippersnappers, they're just ruining everything. Like, I hate it. When kids act annoying in the store, I'm like, oh, someone get their mother. Like, I can't handle this. I'm at the store to do what I need to do, not to be around such childish behavior. And I was that bad. If anything, worse when I was their age. So it's like, why am I thinking that way? So it's crazy how things change as you get older, We immediately are like, oh, my knees. Oh, my back. I got my back tweaks out sometimes. I'm like, oh, my back. My knees are, I'm so old. And you get up and you go, oh. Right? Why are you even grunting? Your body doesn't hurt. It's like all of a sudden our body just, we're peak at like 20, 22. And then all of a sudden, we just start to tank. So, whatever. Let's see. Okay. We're going to do a draft of the most annoying everyday things, right? And I'm going to list a bunch of things, and I'm going to do my top 5, and you guys can do your top 5 if you'd like as well. So number 1 is when it makes you reset your password like every couple weeks. That's pretty freaking annoying, because then you try to alterate the password you just used. It's too close. It's the same, blah, 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 blah. And then you do something different and you forget it, because it's like, I'm so used to having this one password, so why even make me change it? Slow Wi-Fi is so annoying, especially when you're like, wow, yeah, my Wi-Fi is really good. I check the speed. It's running really fast. The upload download speed's amazing. And then all of a sudden your phone craps out. That's what's happening to my phone recently. Like anytime I do anything, the internet, or even like the data I have, because I have unlimited 5G, not to flex or anything, but it craps out all the time. So it's one of those things of slow Wi-Fi when you're used to it running faster. I mean, it builds patience, but it sucks. Untangling cords, annoying. You don't know where the knot started. You don't know where it ended. You don't even know how to undo it, because there's 4 different cords knotted into the same thing. And when you try to undo it, it tightens one other one, and you're like, oh, that one's rough. Fitted sheets. I'd say fitted sheets in terms of folding them. Putting them on the bed isn't that big of a deal, but folding them is just like, how are they even meant to be folded? I do what I can, and then it just ends up looking like a mess, and I'm like, screw it. It's just going to look like a ball. Small talk. Hey, how's it going? Good, how are you, man? Good. So, the weather's pretty good recently, you know? That's the worst, especially when you both are just awkward about it. Oh, I hate small talk. This says updating apps, but I'm just going to do phone updates. How annoying is that your phone's constantly updating and it takes up almost half of your storage? I got a 164 gigabyte phone, but 80% of it is just stupid software updates and blah, 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 blah. Bruh. That's so dumb. If they know it's going to take that much, then say it's 164 gigs, aside from the allocated storage for that, right? Dumb. And that's really it. There's some other ones on here, but I don't think assembling furniture is that bad. Airport security is that bad. Group projects, I mean, I don't think they're that bad, but when you're not in school, it doesn't even freaking matter. So I'm going to list off the ones that I read again, and I'm going to rank them. Unless there's only 5 that I did, then I'll do my top 3. Resetting password, slow Wi-Fi, untangling cords, folding fitted sheets, and updating your phone. There is only 5 that I read. So I'm going to do top 3. Okay. I think, I think password resets would have to be in my 3rd spot. I think fitted sheets and folding them would have to be my 2nd one, because it's so hard to put it anywhere. And then I think your phone updates, how it's always updated, and sometimes it won't work properly if it's not updated all the way. But if I don't have enough storage and I got to try to delete things and I can't because my storage is full, like, that is the most annoying thing ever. And I feel like you only really see it, with iPhones. So you might as well just get like a terabyte storage iPhone if you can. So it's one of those things I think that's just the worst. I think those would be my top 3. I mean, untangling cords can be bad, but at the same time, if you just put them away neatly to begin with, then it's not that big of a deal. And slow Wi-Fi, at a point in time when dial-up was around, it was so slow. We've just been accustomed to the speed of it. So I'd say that's just more of a patience issue, a skill issue, right? So I have a question for you guys. What is something that shouldn't be hard but somehow is? I know we all view it differently, but yeah. Another one that I think is also kind of hard is once you get older, staying up late is so hard. Because I'm tired by 9:30, 10. Even though sometimes I'm in bed and I won't get to sleep till 11, just because all of a sudden I have 700 things to do. That doesn't mean I'm not exhausted. Like, if I could just lay on the couch and fall asleep and be completely fine, like, prepared for the next morning, I probably would, because I get so tired so early. Or like when I'm hanging out with friends, like I went to the Westerner, a week or so ago. I was so tired when we got there because we left and we got there by like 10:30. Dude, that's my bedtime, man. That's past my bedtime. I'm so tired. So staying up late is just rough. Or when people are like, oh, hey, let's get together and go out to eat. Spending the money to go out to eat like that, like you used to when you had no bills, that's also rough. Because you're like, oh, after everything, I'm a little tight on the good old budget here, buddy. And I don't really want to spend $30 on a meal with you guys when I could probably get $7 worth of, microwavable food that'll probably please me just as much. I'm saving money and I don't have to leave home. So I encourage all of you to not be homebodies like me. I used to not be a homebody, but I am a major homebody at this point, and it's quite rough. That's really all I had on the list of that to talk today. I mean, yeah, I don't know, dude. Or like, one thing I've noticed that changes as I got older is when you make plans, and then the plan, like the day and the time of the plans come, and you're kind of like, oh, I don't really want to go anymore. And then they cancel, and you are the most relieved. You're like, oh my goodness, thank you. Like, hey man, no worries. Like, I'm not even upset that you canceled the plans. I'm low-key dancing on the inside because I did not want to go in the first place. So that's really all I had. Let me see if I can find some of the most common things that people think would get easier as an adult but don't, right? Let's see. Managing money. That's hard. Because then you start to feel like, oh, I have all this money, but then you have all these bills, and then it just is way harder than you expected it to be. I low-key struggle with money. I'm doing my best, but I struggle with money. On Reddit, people said, dude, making friends is hard. Cool. Controlling what meals I eat as a kid, it's you get what you're given. As an adult, I get to choose, but then I have to plan it, buy it, cook it, and I wish I was a kid getting waited on again. Agreed. When you complain, I don't want chicken, rice, and veggies again for dinner. But now as an adult, you're like, oh, I want just that, but making it is miserable. No. That's dealing with parents aging. That is kind of rough because you don't see your parents ever getting old. And then when they get old, you're like, whoa. I also think what makes me feel old is when siblings get older. Like, I don't feel that old, and especially with my older sister, my two younger sisters right underneath me. But my youngest sister, she's 15 right now. That makes me feel old. I'm like, I remember when I was 15 and you're the youngest. So there's like a huge, there's a 10-year gap between us. So I remember when I was 15 and that was in 2016 and it's 2026 and you're 15 now. You're going to get your permit. Soon enough, you're going to get a license, go to high school. Like, dude, for me, it's been 7 years since I graduated. That's insane. 7 years since I've graduated. That's like, depending on what high school you're in. I had a 3-year high school, 10th, 11th, 12th. That's being in high school 2 times in an additional year since I graduated. That's nuts. I think just the whole idea of realizing that you're getting old, it sucks. Like, I remember 2020 and I remember the pandemic starting. I remember graduating and then all of a sudden I'm going to be 25 in like a week and a half. I'm living on my own. I work full time. Like this, I never thought I'd ever get to here. And here we are. And I low-key love it. But at the same time, I realized, wow, that came fast. Like growing up was slow because, time was slow. You didn't have as much to preoccupy your brain. And as you get older, just time flies by. And I wish like I could slow it down just a bit more to where it would feel like a kid. So then I'm not like, well, then I wake up tomorrow and I'm going to be 30. Or I'm married and I have kids and I'm like, where did all the time go? Let's see some other ones, shall we? Intentionally setting aside time to have fun. First, you got to do what you need to do, and then you got to set time away on the side to be able to enjoy. That's the worst because that's all you're thinking about. All you're thinking about is having fun and doing that. And then it's just so hard to be productive and get stuff done. For me, there's a mix of both. Sometimes I'm really productive and I get stuff done. And other times, bro, I struggle so hard. Let's see. I guess that's really all that was on this Reddit thread. I think that's good enough. I mean, there's just so much. And if there's nothing. If there's something that I didn't list in this podcast, hit me up. I want to know because there's a lot of relatable things. Like we all relate almost on everything, and growing up just sucks. So appreciate the time that you have and around you because before you know it, you're gonna be an old fart. I already feel like an old fart. So. Doing a recap, things we thought wouldn't be hard as we grew up, but actually are. Basically, being responsible. Just take it one day at a time. There's a book called Win the Day, something like that. There's a book that basically talks about time blocking and taking every day as 24 hours. So you block it by the hour or however you want to do it to be most productive, being like, all right, so I work from here to here. I'm going to give myself 15 additional minutes to get home. And then, boom, I'm home 10 minutes until I read for 30 minutes. And then I do this, and then I do that. So you can kind of keep it organized so you can get stuff done. And that way on the weekend, you can just have a good time. Like I need to time block better with filming and doing crap because then I just film it last minute. But if I do it during the weekend, I get it done, then I don't have to worry about it on the weekend, right? So that is really all I had. Remember, enjoy life because life is fleeting and it moves too damn fast. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you're watching on YouTube, you know what to do. And if you're listening on Spotify, you also know what to do. Keep your eyes open as I post more TikToks. I am working on reaction videos and stuff like that, so that'll be fun, but that's kind of further down the line. But I hope everybody enjoyed this episode and continues to have a wonderful rest of their week. And yes, much love.